episode of Billy the Bat Boys Corner. Today we have New Jersey Jackals manager Joe Calfapietra. Thank you for coming on. As a Jackal manager, you have won 659 wins. How do you form a successful team year after year?
Well, a lot of hard work, but most of all, having the opportunity to sign very good players. It's difficult now with all the independent teams, Billy, out there to find good talent, and just very fortunate because without good players, you don't win a lot of games.
Is it hard to balance all the different personalities of the players to stay focused on winning the championship?
That's a great question. That's the biggest tool, I think. The biggest thing that you have to have as a manager, strategy during the course of the game, Billy. There's a couple moves that you can make, but dealing with the personalities and people coming from all different parts of the world and getting them to try to gel together is the most challenge that you have, because that's the big part of it.
You were a two-time All-American as a college baseball player. Was it a difficult transition from being a player to a coach?
At first it was. At first you always thought that you wanted to play, and everyone wanted to make it to the big leagues. But it was a difficult transition because I was so young when I started coaching. My first job was in 94 in Duluth, Minnesota, and I was a year removed from college. Still wanted to play, and I'll never forget, my manager called me in the office and said that he was going to give me an opportunity to start coaching, and but he wanted to make sure that I was mentally prepared to step away from the playing side, and at that point I didn't have a choice.
Out of every Jackal team that you have managed, which was the toughest team to beat?
Well, over the stretch and being here as long as I have, the Capitals have been, always a difficult team that's been in the league for a long time. Losing 5 championships in a row, and Quebec has a thorn in our side when it comes to that. But hopefully this year's different.
And which Jackal team was also tough to beat as being the other team?
You mean our ball club,
Yeah.
Billy? Well, I always have to go back to the '04 club. We've had some great teams in the past, but the '04 team, when we won the championship, the resiliency that ball club showed time in and time out was incredible. I'll never forget, we had to win 2 doubleheaders against Elmira Pioneers to play a playoff game. And then we had to go to Pittsfield to win the first half. I think we won 11 out of 13 to come back and win that half. And then even in the playoffs, we lost the first game of the playoffs. Came back and won that series, and then we were down 0-2 in North Shore and had to go up to their place to sweep them, and won 3 in a row. And that's a team that they're all special, but obviously when you win the championship, you think about all the adverse situations that you went through, and that team did it.
What do you like to do in the offseason?
I don't have many hobbies, Billy, but I have a little baseball school that keeps me pretty busy in the winter time. And, working with young kids like yourself is great satisfaction, and teaching them, and you're able to have them for an extended period of time, and not only teach them about baseball, but the situations that baseball present in life, and I get a great thrill out of that.
What is your favorite Jackal memory you have?
Again, going back to '04 when when we won Game 5 up there. I'll never forget when we won Game 4, and Joel Bennett was teaching, and Joel was here last night, so that kind of triggered my memory on that even more. Called him, and this was an opportunity for him to pitch Game 5, and we needed him, and took off a day of school and came up. And I'll never forget, we didn't have a room for him that day because he wasn't on the trip with us, and he came in, took a nap in our room, and my family was with me. Peyton was very young. Joey wasn't even born yet. My wife was pregnant with Joey at the time. So that was a great memory. You know, the feeling of the climax at the end.
And last question: what advice would you give to a young coach?
Well, you know, it's another great question. The best advice that I have is be passionate, love what you're doing, be fair to your players. You cannot do every day what they might want you to do, but be fair, be passionate about what you do, and at the end of the day, you can look yourself in the mirror and say you did, you know, what was right by the ball club.
Thank you.
Thank you.